and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing another one of those Taylor Swift ranking videos because people have really enjoyed them on TikTok. I've done a couple on here now as well and people have liked them, so I thought I would do another one as well because I think it's fun to talk about, and also it's fun to see you guys tell me what your rankings are as well. Today the ranking we're going to be doing is my top 10 Taylor Swift collaborations. Now there are so many absolutely fantastic Taylor Swift collaborations out there that it was actually really difficult to do a top 10 of these, but I've managed to narrow it down. Now with any of these rankings, honestly, they could change as soon as I finish this video, because that is the thing with like song rankings and album rankings. You could think one thing and then something could happen in life, or you'll sleep on it and then you'll be like, oh wait, this song could click for me now, like I love this song more, blah blah blah. So this is my current ranking as of time of recording. It could change. It could change, but this is the current one. So I have my little Glinda journal. I have written all of my answers in. So let's start off with number 10. At number 10, and I think the fact that this is at number 10 shows how many amazing collaborations Taylor Swift has, because for a lot of other artists that this would be their best collaboration ever. Like, it's such a good song. So the fact it's number 10 is wild, but it's Exile. I know this will be a lot of people's favourite collaboration, so I think this may actually be my mum's favourite Taylor Swift collaboration because this is one of her all-time favourite Taylor Swift songs. But Exile is incredible with Bon Iver. It's so beautiful. I love the backwards and forwards. It's kind of like a more mature version, I think, of The Last Time. I absolutely love it. I think it is such a beautiful song, and I mean, I think all of Folklore is beautiful. We were so lucky to get the Folklore songs, you know, during such a difficult period in all of our lives. Having this amazing music to listen to was great, and it is just such a beautiful song. I know you'll often think about when she sung it as a surprise song and the crowd actually did like the responses back, and it was just so beautiful. So that is what Exile makes it into the top 10, but it is only at 10 because these other ones above are songs I do love slightly more. Next up, at number 9, we have Castles Crumbling. I think this is beautiful. With the Speak Now vault, it's not my favourite, I will admit, out of Taylor Swift's like vaults from the Taylor's Version albums. I think my favourite vault is probably Red. I think the Red vault is fantastic. But with the Speak Now vault, I love Castles Crumbling. I think it's so beautiful, and you think about how young Taylor was when she wrote these songs, it makes it even more heartbreaking. I was very lucky to actually hear this live. She did it live for the first time with Hailey at London Night 2 at Wembley Stadium for the Eras tour, and it was just so beautiful. It's such a great collaboration, and I'm so glad we finally got a collaboration between Taylor and Hailey. They've been friends for like 15 years, if not longer. They've been friends for so many years now, so it's so great that they finally have this beautiful song together, and I would love to see more songs from them as well, because I think they could do some really fantastic collaborations. But I think if Hailey was going to be on any vault track, any album vault track, it would be Speak Now, because I think that is just such a Hailey era as well. Then at number 8 we have Babe. So you may be thinking, Rachel, this isn't really a collaboration, but I'm talking about the Sugarland version. So I love both versions. I love the Taylor's version one that she did, obviously, that she put on the vault for Red, Taylor's version, but I loved the version that we first got when she gave the song to Sugarland, and Taylor did sing backing vocals for it. She doesn't sing a lot in the song, you know, it's not really heavily featuring Taylor Swift, but I do think it is a really beautiful song, and I absolutely love the collaboration. I love that it's different as well to the Taylor's version. I think the Taylor's version has a few different bits in, like the What About Your Promises Promises, and I just think Taylor's vocals stand out even more on the Sugarland version, because obviously like it's mainly them singing and then Taylor comes in, and I just think it's a great song. I'm so glad we have 2 versions of this now, really, and it's a shame that we didn't get it on the original Red album, because I think it would have like gone perfectly with it, but we do have it on the Taylor's version, and I think that's one of the great things about Taylor's version. Like, obviously none of us wanted Taylor to not own her masters for a long period of time, but the fans got so much from it, and Taylor gave us so much, so as fans, like, we're all incredibly grateful, I think, for the Taylor's version things. I know a lot of people were like, oh, she was ripping off fans by making them buy vinyl for the Taylor's version just to buy back her masters, and it's like, that's not what happened. Like, the fans did it out of the goodness of their hearts. Like, she gave us these extra tracks that she knew that we'd love. I mean, you think All Too Well, the 10-minute version, and Babe, this is one that fans have begged for, like, full on just be like, yeah, we really want this, please Taylor, give us your own version. Like, she gave us all of these, and I don't think it was a waste. Like, I still love the Taylor's version songs. Like, I listen to both, to be completely honest. People ask, like, which do you listen to? And I listen to both. I love the original versions. They're the versions I grew up with, but then I started going into my 20s with the Taylor's version, so I love them as well. And I do just listen to both of them. Like, they're just both on my playlist. There's definitely ones where I'll prefer an original version or I'll prefer a Taylor's version, but I do still love them, and I'm really grateful that we did get the Taylor's version albums. Bit of a tangent, but I just wanted to yap about it because I love to yap. At number 7, we have The Last Time. So I did say that Exile was kind of the more mature version of it, but I loved The Last Time, and I think I've always just had such a connection with Red as the album. It came out when I was 12, you know, when I was growing up, when I was a teenager, and then the Taylor's version came out when I was 21. So like, so much happens between those times, and I'm just so grateful to have had that kind of album just guide me through life almost. Like, I think it's just such a great album to listen to when you're going through everything, whether it's an actual breakup, friendship breakup, just drama in life. I think it's just one of those albums that helps you through that. So I will forever love Red, and I think The Last Time is great, and I think it's very underrated. I think maybe that's why it's in, like, higher up than Exile, because I think Exile is so loved, whereas I think The Last Time is very underrated. Even though it technically was a single, we got a music video for it, I still don't think it's that loved in the fandom. I think some people really don't like it, which is baffling to me because I think it's such a beautiful song. But yeah, let me know what you think. Do you like The Last Time? I absolutely love it, but I do know that it's quite like a controversial one to love, just because some people really don't like it, and the fact it's made it into my top 10 of Taylor Swift collabs may offend some of you. But let me know what your thoughts on The Last Time in the comments. And number 6, we have Safe and Sound. I adore The Hunger Games. This one is obviously... Oh yeah, I didn't even say who The Last Time was with. The Last Time is with Gary Lightbody. So it's a collaboration. I'm so sorry, Gary Lightbody of Snow Patrol. I think his vocals complement Taylor's perfectly. I think they sound fantastic. Completely even forgot what I was yapping about there. Next up, Safe and Sound featuring The Civil Wars. This is such a beautiful song, and we do actually have a Taylor's version of this as well. So we have 2 different versions. It no longer says The Civil Wars, but it is still the people who were in the Civil Wars. They're just no longer in the Civil Wars because the band kind of like broke up. But I think it's such a beautiful and such a haunting song. I think she did such a good job of capturing the emotions of the Hunger Games with both of those songs. So you've got Safe and Sound, which I think captures like the youngerness of it, really, because obviously, like, sometimes you read the Hunger Games book, and I read them for the first time when I was 12, so like at the age when the reaping happens, and you think, oh, they're quite young, they're kids, but also like you're that age, so it doesn't feel that bad. But then when you read them when you're older, so when I read Sunrise on the Reaping, and I was like, wait, no, these are really, really young children, like the innocence of that. I've got hair, it's just like really annoying. Like the innocence of them, and I think this song perfectly captures that. Whereas Eyes Open kind of captures like the anger of it and like the being in the arena. I think Safe and Sound is like before the arena, like just living in the districts and stuff. Whereas Eyes Open very much is in the arena, like you are having to fight to survive, and I just think she captured the Hunger Games perfectly with those songs. And for Sunrise on the Reaping, I would love for her to return to do another song. I don't think she will, but I would really love for her to do that because I think she did such a great job. Same for Olivia Rodrigo. I think Can't Catch Me Now as well perfectly captured the emotions of the ballads of Songbirds and Snakes. So I love both of those songs, like, well, all 3 of these songs. I think they've just done so well at representing the Hunger Games. And as someone who loves the Hunger Games, that's why Safe and Sound with the Civil Wars made it into this top 10, because I just think it's so beautiful, so haunting. And we do have a music video of it, which you can check out. The music video does exist, and it's a pretty good one. At number 5, we have Highway Don't Care. I love this song. I think it came out like 2013. It's Tim McGraw's song featuring Taylor Swift and Keith Urban. I just love Taylor's vocals on it, being like, I'm not gonna sing it for you all, but like, I absolutely love it. A lot of people, I feel like, don't know about this song. I think it's kind of forgotten. When I mention it, people are like, oh, I didn't know that existed. Listen to it. If you've never heard it before, listen. Love the country vibes of it. I think it's such a great song. They have also done it live before as well, so you can check that out. You can see a video of them doing it live. But it is just one of those ones that's really great and just very, very country Taylor. So if you really love Taylor's like earlier albums, the country vibes of it, I think you'll love this. And I think it's so iconic that Taylor Swift did do a song with Tim McGraw, because obviously her first single was called Tim McGraw, and it's like, well, you think Tim McGraw, you think of me, and then it's like, surprise, I now have a song with Tim McGraw. And whenever anyone thinks of Tim McGraw, they do in fact think of Taylor Swift. So I absolutely love that for her, and I really love this song. I think it's just such a good song. I don't really have much to say about it. The lyrics are fine. I just think the sound of it is really great and I love the sound of it. At number 4, we've got Nothing New featuring Phoebe Bridgers. An incredible song. They have done this live together. I was very lucky to see them do this live together actually at MetLife Night 3. So whenever Phoebe opened up for the Eras tour, she did open up for a few dates. They then performed Nothing New during the Red set before All Too Well, the 10-minute version. So when she puts the coat on and then she has the guitar and she performs it live with Phoebe. Such a beautiful song. Again, one of those ones like Castles Crumbling that's really heartbreaking because it's like, she's so young when she wrote this song. Like, she is so young. Like, how can a person know everything at 18 and nothing at 22? Like, again, it's one of those ones that when I listened to it for the first time at 21, I was like, oh yeah, like that's a sad lyric, like yes, relatable. But then the older you get, the more you realise like how sad some of these things are. And I think when I got to the age Taylor was when she wrote Red, I was like, whoa. Because obviously I listened to it when I was a teenager and she just, well, younger than a teenager when I was 12. And you think, well, she's so grown up and all of that, she's so mature, and then you get to that age and you get to these ages after that age and you think, oh no, she was really, really young during this and she wrote these absolutely beautiful songs but went through so much. And I think getting to that age really shows kind of how much she went through and how tough she really had to be to go through these things and to write these incredible, beautiful songs about them. So I'm very, very grateful for that. But Nothing New is another one of those ones that's just like, wow, like she was literally 22 and already thinking that people wanted to replace her with any younger artist when she's 22. Like, it's awful and horrible, and it's great that now she's 35 and is now more famous than ever. You think about Miss Americana just before she turned 30 and she's like, this is my last chance really at success because after this people aren't going to care. And it's like, well, surprise Taylor, you're going to have the biggest tour of your entire career in your 30s. You're going to have all of these records in your 30s, and I'm so glad she's stood the test of time. At number 3 we have I Bet You Think About Me featuring Chris Stapleton. This week you can't really hear Chris Stapleton. I feel like he's just kind of doing guitar sort of on it and maybe a little bit of background vocals, but I love the song, love the music video for it. Again, another one from the Red Vault. I think the Red Vault is just so fantastic. I really, really do love it, and I think this song is perfectly, again, it's just such a Taylor Swift song, and it's one of those ones that I honestly cannot believe didn't make it to the final album. Like Babe, I can understand why it didn't make it to the final album because like Red was a very like a pop country album, and maybe with Babe it could have been a bit too pop, a bit too like fun, whereas Red is obviously quite a sad album, whereas this one I think fits on the original version of Red so well that I am very surprised it didn't make it, but I'm glad again that we finally have this because it's a beautiful song. And number 2, we have another song from Red. Can you tell I really love Red? Everything Has Changed. I love this song. I think it's another one that's underrated. I think it's Taylor and Ed's best collaboration out of the 4 they've done now. Like Joker and the Queen, Endgame, Run. Everything Has Changed has to be my favourite. I think it's so good. Again, another one of those ones that I listened to when I was 12 the first time, so I think a lot of these are based in nostalgia. And I actually, the first time I saw Taylor Swift live, she brought out Ed Sheeran to sing this at the Summertime Ball, so again I've got those special memories attached to it. And there is a music video for this as well. Taylor and Ed do appear at the very end of it too, but they don't appear for most of it because Ed used to not really appear in his music videos, so it was kind of more like an Ed Sheeran style video. But it is a really cute one. If you've not watched it, definitely check it out. And at number 1 we have Renegade. Not the Renegade Dance Renegade, Renegade by Big Red Machine featuring Taylor Swift. Absolutely love this song. Very, very folklore vibes. You know, it was written kind of around the same time. I think it's so good. I just love it. I love the lyrics of it. Like, is it insensitive for me to tell you to get your together so I can love you? It is a wild lyric. So I'll forever just love it. Renegade. It's one of my like favourite kind of songs that Taylor's been on, and all of these songs in this top 10 list, like I'm going through them and I'm like they're all incredible, but like there are plenty of ones that I've not included on this. Like Fortnite I think is a great song with Post Malone, and there are just some really good Taylor collabs. Now there are some I don't like as much, like Lover featuring Shawn Mendes, Karma featuring Ice Spice. I'm not as big a fan of those ones, but these collaborations here I think are so beautiful, and she has really done some amazing ones. In the future I would love for her to work with some more artists that I love. I'd like another song with Ed Sheeran because I love Ed Sheeran. I think Griff and Taylor could make great music. Maisie Peters and Taylor, Sabrina Carpenter and Taylor, Olivia and Taylor. Like all of these incredible artists I think could make great music with Taylor. And in fact whoever makes music with Taylor, it will always turn out great because she always puts her own special spin on things and I think they sound fantastic every single time. So let me know in the comments, what are your top 10 favourite Taylor Swift collaborations? If you can't think of 10, let me know your top 5, top 1, anything like that. I'd be really interested to know, and I love chatting with you guys in the comments. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you want to see more Taylor Swift videos, make sure to like and follow. And as always, I said like and follow, it's the wrong thing. Like and subscribe. You got the gist, hopefully. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe if you'd like to. And as always, have a great day.